if you're feeling down or alone, a couple things to think about, okay? One of the things is that you do have to realize you're not alone, especially in feeling that way. Unfortunately, a lot of people feel that way right now. But, it has a lot to do with how you see things and your perspective on things, because that actually dictates a lot of how you respond. So, what people have to understand is that when it comes to your emotions and dealing with things, the emotional tree, if you will, is, imagine this great big tree with a giant canopy, and at the very, very top is where the absolute best fruit is. It's the biggest, the juiciest, the sweetest. It's had the chance to soak up the most of the sun and, all the goodness that the tree has to offer, okay? But there's fruit throughout the entirety of the tree. Now, imagine that the top of that, where that fruit is joy. It's happiness. It's love. It's all of the things that we want the most but are the hardest to get. Okay, they take the most effort. Now, imagine the rest of the tree, and then you've got the undercarriage, you've got the under the canopy. It's very dark and dismal, gets very little light because how big the top is. It does bear fruit, but the fruit is small. It's tart, not very flavorful. It doesn't look very healthy. That fruit is negativity. Now, the irony is that it's the fruit that tastes the worst in the emotional spectrum, but it's the one that most people indulge in the most. Why? Because negativity is the low-hanging fruit. It's the easiest fruit to obtain. It's the easiest thing to get. Negativity. Why? It's bountiful. There's plenty of it. It's easy to find. And that's one of the things you have to ask yourself is, in your life, if you're feeling alone, feeling like isolated, if you're just feeling down, you have to ask yourself, what part am I playing in feeling like this? Am I really being honest with myself? I think, unfortunately, a lot of people aren't honest with themselves because I think they're afraid they don't think they'd be able to handle it. And I've got to tell you, people are a lot more resilient than they give themselves credit for. So don't fall into that trap of believing that you're not capable of something, because I bet you are. I bet you are. So just remember that tree. The next time you're feeling kind of down, ask yourself, am I down because I'm picking that low-hanging fruit? And if the answer is yes, then realize what that low-hanging fruit's actually there for, okay? That low-hanging fruit is there to allow you to get to the top of the tree, to the best fruit. Imagine if it was an actual tree. This was going to sustain you, and you walked up to this tree and you're hungry. You need some food, and you see this low-hanging fruit. It's very easy to get to, and you taste it. Okay, well, it's not real good, but it'll do. And then you eat all of it, and you see some of the higher, fruit. So you climb the tree a little bit. Took more effort, but then when you actually tasted that fruit, it was juicier, it was bigger, it had more flavor, it was more pleasing. And so you ate a lot of that, and then you went ahead and went even higher. Well, eventually you come back down, and that negative fruit has popped out again. Well, a lot of people have ended up taking that negative fruit and sustaining themselves on that, because it's easier to grab that negative fruit than to make the effort to climb that tree. So just ask yourself, what am I doing that's helping make me feel like this? And is there something I can do about it? Because in most cases, there is something you can do about it. You just have to believe in yourself enough to know that you deserve it, to have something better happen. And you do. You absolutely do.